Well, Hogan was always used with the fans. It was the promoter that Hogan had to convince. If you listen very carefully, when I was wrestling Hogan, half of the fans were cheering for Hogan, the other half were cheering for me. Hogan was like him when he walked on the stage, but it took a while for the promoter to see that in him. Because at the time, Vince Sr. had his eye totally on Bob Backlund. He was looking at Backlund being the champion, not Hogan. And it wasn't until Hogan went away and made money somewhere else, and had to show Vince what he could do. The guy that gave Hogan his break was not Vince McMahon. It was Vern Gagne in Minneapolis. And they heard about Hogan selling out everything in Minneapolis. So that Vince Jr. was smart enough to say, well, man, we got to have this guy. We got to get this guy back. So they brought him back. His first night back, he beat the Iron Sheik for the title. His first night back. So Hogan was just handed to him. You know, he had to earn that spot he got. I mean, you know, they didn't want to give it to him. He had to prove to them that he was worthy of that position. But he had to go somewhere else to prove himself. First, the thing he did, he went and made a movie with Rocket. Then after he made a movie with Sylvester Stallone, the Rocket movie, then he went to Minneapolis, Minnesota, and wrestled there with Jesse the Body Ventura and all them guys, and set the territory on fire. And then that way Vince called him up and worked out a deal with him to bring him back in to put him in the same position here that he was in Minnesota. So, yeah, Hogan was like him when he walked out because people never see nobody like that. You know, got 6'7", 6'8", you know, 340 pounds, you know, muscle, blonde, blue eyes, can move like a cat. You know, all-American boy.
Definitely the all-American boy against, you know, Mr. USA.
Yeah. I mean, if you saw him in his heyday, you say, man, what a big, impressive-looking guy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a lot of Hulk Hogan's walking up and down the street, you know? And then he had a personality. He was very personal with people. Very personal. If I see Hogan right now, I don't care what Hogan do. Hogan will stop doing whatever he's doing. Come on, hey, Tony, how you doing, brother? It's so good to see you. You know, he never changed. You know, he never changed. The same Hogan I knew back from 1978 when I first met him in Atlanta, Georgia, with me and Tommy Rich, the same Hogan that I see when I see him in the future. He never changed the position. Like people, he's a great guy, never hurt nobody, worked hard, do what he was told. He was a good guy.
No doubt about it. He's awesome. But it's funny, you know, with the Hulkster, obviously he's a massive man, but you're no slouch yourself. And, you know, you press slamming him and you picking him up and stuff is quite an impressive feat in and of itself.
When he talks about that every time I get ready, he was telling his daughter, Brooke, he was up here and his daughter was on the singing tour and the Hogan was with him, so I was in the dressing room talking to him and his daughter, Brooke, and he was telling his daughter about me press slamming him and everything.